Hello, how you guys doing? My name is Apostle Ely. Thank you so much for joining us on this fabulous Tuesday. As above, so below. Thank you so much for joining us this fine evening. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. As you are being notified that I'm going live, we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that have been subscribing, supporting, commenting. I love that. A lot of you guys come in, you comment up on my videos. Some of you ask questions, so I try to answer those questions. Tonight is a great night. We're going to have a great time. We're going to learn a lot. We're going to grow a lot. We're going to find ourselves. We're going to operate in there. All right, Monique 444 Cancer on YouTube. All right, guys, as you join this live, post your zodiac sign. Mother Susan, Gemini, come through now. As you guys join the live, make sure you post your zodiac sign. Let Apostle Ely know where you coming from. We got Mama Brooks. Come on, Mama Brooks, Capricorn in the house. How you doing, darling? Thank you so much for joining us. I got some treats for y'all. All right, we got Cancer over here. Where you at from, Cancer? Then we got Leo. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to have us a good time tonight. We're going to learn some stuff. We got Keisha Johnson. Okay now, baby. Aquarius from North Carolina. All right, we talking. That's what we talking about. Seem like somebody ready to learn tonight, get some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We got Texas. All right, love you back. From Florida. I'm in Florida. Love you, Texas. All right, that's what I'm talking about, where the Cowboys and the Cowgirls at. Then we got Queen Moore. All right, Virgo, come through. All right, Virgo. I call Virgos mothers of the earth. That mutable earth energy. Come on through. Come on here, somebody. Then we got Capricorn over here. Thank you so very, very much. Oh, that's Minister Mario. There we go. Capricorn in the house. Let's get with it tonight. As they get notified that we are live. See, I love you in Florida. All right, then. Oh, let me give you some love back. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we got Harriet, Hendry. All right, Capricorn in the house. That's what. Exactly. I guess that means that you agree with what I said, okay? All right, we appreciate each and every one. Hello, everybody, showing much love. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us tonight. We are in for a treat. Y'all know my name is Apostle Ely. I'm the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. So if you are confused, you ain't confused no more. So we want to get everybody give an opportunity to get in here. We appreciate each and every one of you. All right, there go my Cancer, brother Johnny. All right. Cancer in the house. All right. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for liking those videos, sharing. Let me tell y'all something. We are moving really greatly through social media platform. My Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube, even my Patreon family has increased. We appreciate you. All right, Kathy Anderson, Sagittarius, in the house. Come on here, somebody. Then we got, wait a minute. Okay, I got her. Let's see. Hold on a minute. North Carolina, I got all my books and reading anatomy. Oh, did you get that? Isn't it good? Watch all the movies and currently watching Last Airbender. I'm here. All right, now. Somebody, listen. Aquarius ain't playing. She getting hers in. She got all of them. Oh, I got another book for you tonight, too. Okay, we got another Virgo over here. Come on, Virgo. What's up? All right. Now, let me say this before I get started. I show this because sometimes my Christian buddies come in from Cancer from that ain't Missouri. Oh, North Carolina. There we go. Okay, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God. And we got Minister Mario. All right, come on. And then we got the 72 names of God over here. These are technology. Hello from California. All right, California. My son's over there. I got a couple, quite a few people from California. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we got people from Jamaica. Sometimes we have people from Canada, Alaska. They can be from any direction of this planet. But we appreciate each and every one of you that are responding inside our lives because I love interaction with people. All right, Detroit Virgo. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I like people that like to interact. I'm a talkative Sagittarius. I like to interact with people. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And also thank you for the confetti. I didn't see it, but I see it shows that confetti was done. So let's get ready to get started, okay? We done said the cards and all that. Now, we want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo, thank you so much for joining us this fine night. We got Georgia Gemini. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. I love people that are not bashful. Also, I think I want to say to Keisha Johnson how she has not only followed instruction, and she ain't even in my church. she's ordering her books, reading her books, also watching the movies, and now a lot of stuff. Let me tell y'all something. When somebody gives you a premise or give you a preface or give you an opportunity or introduce you to who they are, when they give you certain instructions, it helps you follow along and have a better understanding of the energy or the spirit that you are dealing with and you listening to. And then you get a kind of the understanding of the method to the madness, okay? Now, I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign is Pisces. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have been faithfully following me, subscribing to my YouTube account, and being a part of my Patreon family. We are here tonight to gain some knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Before I talk about, because y'all know I do universal laws, but as above, so below. Thank you, Minister Mario. Excuse me. Okay. Before I get into what we're going to get in our lesson, I had some people come on my ask some questions about Sorel, right? And I utilize Sorel to anoint my ground. So they were asking me, was hibiscus and Sorel the same thing? So I'm gonna just do this real quick for you guys. This is hibiscus right here. This is hibiscus. Hibiscus is ruled by Venus. It's a water element. But this is, we use this for a roll opener like Kali Ma or Lord Ganesh. That's what Hyssop is used for. Now, Sorel is also ruled by Venus, but it's an earth element. And it is ruled by Capricorn and Taurus. It is not the same thing. We use that for luck, prosperity. We use it for love, grounding, and health. So these are not the same elements. Somebody said, love hibiscus. Yeah, this hibiscus is when you want to do road opening or granting, moving obstacles or what have you. It can be used for other stuff, but when you think about Ganesh and you think about Kali Ma, you understand that she's the destroyer, removing obstacles. That's what you use this for. This is used for luck. This is when I put around my property and to bring success and prosperity in my working. Now, I just want to get that out the way. Now, let's get to the good stuff. All of it's good, though. I'm excited about being here. All right there, Sister Jackie. Tyra's in the house. Just got through talking about y'all element. The reason why we talk about acknowledging our zodiac sign, we are talking about astrology, or some people would say astronomy, understanding the energetic energies that we are born with. And let me say this before we get started. Sometimes YouTube, TikTok act up, so make sure you join my YouTube account. So make sure that you're able to transfer over something go tonight. I don't know. You know, sometimes they do this. All right. But we're going to talk about as above, so below. So we're also talking about Mars energy, right? Now, I have this seal that I've been preparing. I had on my altar. This is the seal of Samael. This is the ruling angel of this day, Samael, right? But some people say they work with angels. Well, this is one of the angels that rule this day, Samael. And I showed y'all the this yesterday. I think the other day. Now, I ordered the bigger version of this on this, but they had it all wrong. They got, instead of Samael, they got Samuel, which is my name. See that? Now, this is supposed to be the same seal. Now, this is the day that we won't use this seal, and they also got this name wrong. But, you know, this is why you need to know, study to show yourself approved so you don't get tricked in to buying stuff that is really not the Veve or the sigil. This sigil right here is the angel of Samael, which by definition, Hebrew, the poison of God. This angel right here is what we use to, I use for protection, because this is Mars energy, clearing ways, defeating enemies, that kind of stuff. This is a very dangerous archangel. This is not a regular angel. This is an archangel. So we're going to say as above, so below. So this is a seal that we'll be working with today. Now, let's get into what we came here for. Just want to show y'all some of them good goodies. Now, we want to talk about tendencies. All right? We're going to talk about tendencies and why that is so important. Now, I'm also burning dragon's blood, which is ruled by Mars as well. Good for removing parasitic energy, anything that is drawing your energy away from you, whether sickness, poverty, gossip, bad communication. Dragon blood is really good for removing that type of energy from around your space and place. Also, I cannot find my other jar, but I guess it wasn't meant for me to talk about it tonight. And then I also have, because I told you guys that we talk about Mars. Mars is about getting stuff together. But Mars is a physical energy. I have my Avenge Me powder. It's a special blend that I use in certain candles and sandal candle working. Yes, dragon blood it's amazing. It really is. And especially if you understand how to utilize a lot of my products, I consecrate myself with my own spirits and ancestors, and I work with those particular products. But this is a product we're using today. Fill the atmosphere with this Mars energy, this aggressive energy to remove obstacles, to protect, to clear pathways. Okay, this is the day then when you get busy, when you're trying to move obstacles. This is when they say the kingdom of God suffered violence and the violent take it by force. Mars energy. All right. Now let's talk about as above, so below. Let's talk about universal laws. Okay, all things is energy. Okay. All right. Hello, Gemini. Now we're gonna talk about this right now. We're going to talk about tendencies, and we're going to be coming from Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter and the 16th verse. We want to talk about tendencies. And what does tendencies have to do with my spiritual walk? What does tendencies have to do with me applying myself in whether I'm in Ifa, whether I'm in Voodoo, whether I'm in Santeria? One thing I do is teach universal laws, and it's applicable. Is Palo Santo Mars energy? No, it's not. It isn't. I'll talk about that a little later. Okay. Right now we're going to talk about Mars energy. Okay. And so we want to talk about tendencies and how that is applicable, whether you're an air sign, water sign, earth sign, or fire sign. This is so important when you're getting into these ATRs and you're trying to practice your spirituality, you're trying to grow and develop. You have to understand what is going on in your life and be able to identify these tendencies. Now, let's break this down. So I'm going to share some stuff with you, some good. And it's going to be applicable no matter what religion you operate in. They was asking about Palo Santos. Here goes some right here. I got stuff all the way around me. And I got the oil over here, Palo. But anyway, let's get to this. Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, verse 16 says this. And the Lord said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a whoring after the gods of a strangers of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me and break my covenant which I have made with thee. Apostle Ely, why is this important? What does this have to, what whoring after other gods or other spirits have to do with my spirituality, right? One of the things that most people that are true spiritualists teach people about their ancestral line, right? They also teach people about their ancestral line so they can figure out what did their ancestors practice, what type of magic or spirituality that their ancestors practice. And a lot of times when it comes to, especially in these states, that people feel that they can chase after other spirits. The reason why I'm going to talk about this, because you can't give honor to whom honor is due when you don't know what spirit or spirits that are walking with you, that are really moving for you. And a lot of time, because you are practicing it or trying to tamper in to too many traditions, whether it's hoodoo, whether it's voodoo, whether it's Santeria, a lot of these things are not the same. And they have different spirits that operate in these different traditions. And you need to know what tradition or what spirits are actually intervening in your behalf so you can give proper homage or honor to those spirits. But if you are just like most people, if you got more than one partner, if you get a disease, you don't necessarily know where that disease come from because you have more than one partner. This is why the scripture talks about whoring. This is when you are unfaithful to your spirits. This is when you are unfaithful to your ancestors, when you are unfaithful to your tradition. A lot of times, a lot of you guys blame outside influences for the things that are going on in your life, when the truth is that you are not committed to the spirits that are in your bloodline or in your practice, and you go after trying to honor or give libations or acknowledgement to other spirits that had nothing to do with what happened to you or happened for you. This is when I also going to talk about this book right here. We're going to talk about this tonight. This is a book that I like. It doesn't have everything in it, but it has a lot of things. Hello. All right, Madame May. How you doing, baby? Scorpio from Kentucky. This is a good book for you to get some type of premise to the type of spirits, whether they're Loas, whether they're in Kisi. All right, Angie, my Sagittarius in the house. Sister Brickhouse. This book gives you a better, especially if you are a novelist or you are just trying to understand, maybe somebody else is practicing a certain type of tradition or religion, and you want to have a better understanding. Because there's nothing wrong with educating yourself about any tradition. It is when you are chasing after other spirits or other loa that are not particularly in your bloodline. Okay? So it's called the Encyclopedia of Spirits. Now, hey, there go my goddaughter, Kimberly Dawkins, Cancer in the house. This is a good book to get. And the reason why we want to talk about tendencies. All right, Dante, what's up? Capricorn, good to see you back in the fold. Dante said I ain't never left. Now, get this book when you get an opportunity. Now, a lot of this stuff I've been having for years, but this is a good book to educate, give you some basis of understanding. It don't tell you everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it still gives you a good understanding of when you're working with certain spirits. Now, why we need to know that? Now, you got to know what type of spirits that certain people have. Are those spirits hot spirits, cold spirits, water spirits, air spirits? Every practitioner has different sets of spirits and also types of ancestors. And then this is also important. Every spirit does not get along with other spirits. Can you? We appreciate you coming in. When it comes to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this is why this is important. Y'all know that we got family, and every family member, right, doesn't get along with each other, right? Spirits are the same way. And that's even when it comes down to your ancestors. There are certain ancestors you cannot place on the altar together. Even in my personal family, I know who get along, who don't get along, who sometimes even there are certain family members, even though they go back and forth, they still get along because they have a better understanding than they have on with other siblings. Spirits are the same way. If you're in voodoo, there are certain spirits that you cannot place in the same space because those spirits do not like congregating with other spirits. That part, and it could be. And yeah, we're going to talk about how dangerous it is in a minute, right? Okay, the reason why Apostle Ely wants you to understand about tendencies is that a lot of times the Bible uses idolatry, or not idolatry, but utilize whoring after other gods is because when you are not faithful to your ancestors and what they are willing to do for you, and you're not faithful to a particular tradition, because each tradition has different types of spirits. Some of them are called gods, some of them are called Loa, some of them are called Orishas, and they do not mix and mingle with other spirits. And what happens when you have a tendency, you understand what I mean by tendency? You have a tendency to cross mingle spirits, Loa in Kisi, with spirits that may not get along. Even spirits in the same tradition may not get along together, because Shango and Ogun clash. Why? Because in the story, they have intimacy with the same Orisha, right? There are certain spirits that a lot of you guys are trying to integrate in your practice that they don't work together. You're going to work with them separately, but you cannot work with them together. Just like our family member. If we bring them to the cookout, one got to be on that side and the other one got to be on that side, because if they anywhere close, they're going to get into it. And it can be over something simple. Okay? Energy, spirits are the same way. That makes sense? Now, by definition, the word tendency, listen to this, y'all. Tendency means an inclination towards a particular characteristic or a type of behavior. Some of us we have been groomed, we have been fashioned not to be faithful. Even people in the Baptist church, they ain't faithful. Some people are faithful to Baptists. They don't venture out into Pentecostal. They don't do AME. They don't do nothing. They are loyal to their particular beliefs and what they practice, right? A lot of you guys are fascinated with other things. Nothing wrong with that. What happens when you start to try to grow spiritually and you are mixing and mingling, you are bringing things together that should not be together. And this is where people get crossed. This is when we get the word, we hear the word crossed up. Because you're placing two ancestors in the same space that don't get along. You're placing two Orishas in the same space that don't get along. You're calling on divinities that don't get along. Because these are ruling spirits. Huh? They say two heads make a monster. They born Baptist and they say they're going to die. Exactly. That's how some people live. And then when you try to bring that ancestor that's a Baptist, that believe that they live a Baptist, they die black, and now you trying to bring Pentecostal or you trying to bring voodoo to them, you causing problems. You're causing problems. You have to consider the spirit or spirits that you're dealing with and the family of spirits. Now, how many of us, even in the natural, have intermingled and had children and really didn't consider the family that we were mixing our blood with? This family don't get along with that family, but then there's children that come from both of those, from the insertion of that bond. Now you got issues. The reason why some of y'all got issues, because you're trying to mix and mingle too many different things, okay? Pastor ain't here trying to tell you how to do. I'm just explaining why you would have problems and why you do have problems. Because let me tell you something. My spirits are very protective. They're very aggressive. And they're very territorial. This is why I know when other people or other energies are trying to invade. That's why even in my ministry, I know when somebody done been in a certain direction. Okay? Now, let's go to Judges, the second chapter, verse 17. It says this. I hope this is helping you. And it said, and yet they would not hearken unto their judges. Look, it say their judges. And they went a whoring after other gods and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their father walked in, obeying the commandments of the Lord, but they did not so. Let me explain something to you. If you go and study and you have a clear understanding, one spirit, because if you're dealing with, let's just use an example. Raphael, we're going to talk about, no, because we're talking about Mars. So let's do it a hot spirit. Ogun is ruled by Mars. Kali Ma. Then we can use the archangel Samael. What's another spirit that we can use? We can use Ezeli Dontor, right? These are hot spirits. These are aggressive spirits. These spirits individually want different things, and they will have you doing different things for different reasons. And if you allow certain spirits, one practitioner that practices another pantheon, because they got a different family of spirits, and then you try to get advice from another spiritualist that practices and deals with other types of spirits, you're going to get different guidances. And it doesn't mean that person may particularly be lying to you. I don't know. I'm just saying there's reasons why certain spirits do certain things according to ability. And a lot of you guys have whole tendencies. That's what you got. And the reason why you can't stay stable is because you have a tendency to go after other stuff in spite of and not being faithful to what God has placed in your life. I understand my ancestors. I know how to work with my ancestors. I know who to work with certain situations. I know who not to go with certain situations because I spend time. I know what type of spirits, if I'm going to operate with voodoo, I know what type of spirits that work well with me. And I also know what other spirits don't work well. You have water spirits in voodoo are called Simbi. Then you may have water spirits and another, Mommy Walter, is a different spirit. Y'all need to know this because Yemi Yah is very different than Oshun. Y'all understand it? Spirits are very fickle. The more powerful they are, the more territorial that they are. So when you have a tendencies, which means you have a certain behavior. Some of y'all y'all love glit and glamour. You're easily deterred from your spiritual path watching other people. I can't control that. That's called self-discipline. You need self-discipline no matter what you are participating in. I wrote down here so to help some of y'all. I'm going to show this book again before I go to this. You don't believe me? Go and order this book for yourself. Encyclopedias of Spirits. Some of you guys would never, I asked this question. Have you ever been called a value customer? Have you ever been called a platinum customer? Have you ever been called a preferred customer? People that do not understand the power of faithfulness and understanding why it's important to discipline yourself no matter what somebody offers you. They don't understand that some of you guys will never retire at anything. You will not be committed through the ups and downs. See, when I'm going through situations, the reason why I know I'm going to come out because I trust my ancestors. I trust the spirits. I am committed. Just because I see somebody else doing something else, I am not blurred by that. I want y'all to understand that the reason why some people are not effective in their life because they have whole tendencies. And even in the natural, the reason why you can't be faithful is the same reason you can't be faithful spiritually. You have to, in order to grow, you have to discipline yourself when you are used to jumping from one situation to the next, from one church to the next, from one practitioner to the next, from one job to the next. It is hard when you are used to jumping around. You got to discipline yourself so you can have longevity and be able to stay long enough with spirits to understand how to work and have relationships with them. To be having a relationship with your ancestors. Right now, I get certain benefits with certain companies because I have been with them a long time. I have certain benefits with certain spirits because I have been with them a long period of time. If you are intent to see certain manifestations in your life, you need to understand why it is important to remain faithful. I'm not telling you to stay with voodoo. I'm not telling you to stay with Christianity. I'm not telling you to stay with Ifa. I'm not telling you to stay with Santeria. I'm not telling you to stay with anything. I'm a Sag. What I am telling you is that whatever you decide to commit to, you need to commit to it and see it through. A lot of you don't have confidence in things because you never consistent. And if you don't think that matters, let me tell y'all something. The ingredients, the content that I use, the reason why I have so much confidence in my incense, because I use it personally. The reason why I have so much confidence in the stuff that I work with and I give those products out on my website is because I have confidence. Even though as an ex-ho, I understand tendencies. I understand the zeal. I understand the impatient. But in order to grow and get some type of seniority in spirituality, you need to be able to be consistent to see what certain herbs or certain things do for you. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. Some of y'all, when you get to a certain age, you won't be able to draw much unemployment. Not unemployment, but retirement. We have a thing in our company, it's called vested. You have to be at UPS at least 10 years full time to be vested. You have to be, in order to get a retirement from UPS. See, not the XO, yes. In order to get part-time benefits, because our job even get part-time benefits, you have to be there 5 years. Let me explain something to you. In order to get a return in anything spiritual or natural, You have to have place enough time and energy. Some of you guys are not consistent with anything and nobody. And I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you why your return look like it look. I'm just telling you why your retirement check ain't going to be like some of us. You didn't give bountifully. You gave sparingly. You did not give all. You gave some. So therefore, don't expect to have a certain return that other people have. I am used to. My son used to say, I like when we go to certain stores, I like the way people, the business respond to you. I like how they treat you. If I rent cars, I'm platinum. I'm preferred. I am, also a value customer. That's with some of the smallest things to some of the largest of my purchases. I don't believe in jumping around. I don't believe in being unfaithful. And this affects your spiritual life. So when you get ready to do work utilizing Mars, what is your ambition? What is your goal? Whatever that is, sir, whatever that is, ma'am. I don't use different products unless I trust those products. I have certain places that I order from. I have certain places that I don't be going to each and every place. I have certain botanicals that I go to because they use some of the same products. So if I don't go down to Miami, I know certain I have one friend, he's Crown Shango. Me and him use a lot of the same products. So if I don't feel like traveling far, I go to his Botanica and I purchase from him. Y'all need to understand something. The lack of confidence is because of the lack of faithfulness, the lack of consistency, your tendencies to jump from person to person to get a reading. Every reader does not read the same way, and they do not give out information for the same purpose. And that is important. When you are trying to operate and you're going to war, you need to know who your allies are. I'm going to say that again. If you get into a spiritual war right now, do you know what spirits were going to stand up for you regardless? No, most of you guys don't. You're hoping certain ancestors. Let me tell y'all something. Some of you guys got the same ancestors that you had when you were getting your ass whooped. Stop trying to act like your ancestors are about that life now. Just because you're gaining more knowledge and gaining more wisdom does not mean that your ancestors have ascended or been exalted. There's a thing that in certain practices we call exalting the ancestor. That means building the ancestors to a place of exaltation that now they can become mounted. Now they can be utilized in a certain way. Some of your ancestors need to be fed. Some of your ancestors need to be strengthened. And it may take you some months. Sometimes it takes years to get certain ancestors to a place of cleansing and strengthening where they can be utilized effectively. They say, so true. It's the truth. There are certain things that you, like some of you don't understand. Your bloodline was not that strong. That's not a put down. If you want to strengthen your bloodline, then there's certain things that you got to do in order to strengthen them. And there's certain offerings that has to be given. And there's certain ways that each one of these traditions may go about to get that done. Voodoo don't do it like hoodoo. Hoodoo don't do it like Santeria. Santeria don't do it. I'm helping you because I want some of you guys to learn there's a benefit to being faithful. Even if you got whole tendencies, you got to be faithful. If you want to grow, and a lot of the stuff that I work with, my confidence comes because I've been utilizing it for years, not weeks, not months. I don't turn around and use one product and jump to another product. I don't know if I want to show you that. I don't know if I want to show you that bottle. Okay, I use a certain Haitian rum. I've been utilizing it for years. Babaco. I don't want to show you my bottle because I have another bottle, but I have my own personal bottle here on my desk. I don't want to show you that one, and I didn't bring another bottle. But I use that particular rum when I'm doing ceremonies, right? So this is something I've been utilizing for years. That's why I have certain confidence. I do not change products just because it's cheaper. I don't change products because I can't find something. If I can't utilize certain things that I work with, I wait till I get them. This is why when I buy certain things, I buy it in bulk so I don't run out of it. Because if I like working with that particular ingredient, that particular resin, that particular type of candle, that's what I work with. And that's why my level of confidence is in, because I am very committed to my products. I'm very committed to certain types of workings. Okay? All the Apostle Ely trying to say in this man, if you get involved, hey, how you doing, baby? If you get involved in any practice, there's a reason why people use certain herbs. Every tradition does not use the same type of herbs to do the same exact working. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. And certain spirits only going to work with certain herbs if you're practicing a certain tradition. You bring in the herbs that they use in voodoo, that they use in Santeria, you're messing up. Understand why certain things are being done a certain type of way. And if you have certain tendencies to cross those particular, this is where a lot of confusion is going to come. Not to the practitioners, to you. You're placing that stuff on your body. You're bringing it and you're inviting those spirits into your home. And you're not doing the research. This is why I have certain members that tell you, even though they're going through certain trials, they have confidence that I'm going to bring them out. Because they are faithful in being with one practitioner. They understand my style of work. They understand why I do or don't do certain things. And so therefore, when things get hard and fear may come in, they still have a certain level of confidence because they're not jumping from person to person or from practice to practice. Let me explain something to you. You lose a lot of confidence, just like a woman or a man loses confidence in their partner when they cheat. Y'all understand that? You cannot have the level of confidence into a practice when you from one practice to the next, or one tradition to the next, or one type of product to the next. I know what these products do because I've been utilizing them from years. They're ancestral. They work for me and they work well. That's why when people tell me what don't work, I know they be lying. I use them myself. I use those products. I do not put out any product that I do not particularly use myself. That's why I have the level of confidence that I have. Y'all understand? You cannot. What happens is when think about it in the terms of a relationship. If you move from one situation and that man goes outside, now that woman feels like you are a threat to her, right? Because you're unfaithful, or vice versa, a man. Now all of a sudden they want to use certain protections in the relationship. Now or they might not want to be intimate at all. Now you're getting upset, but you the one violated the relationship. When you get involved with certain spiritual practices, you have to remain committed, or those spirits are going to lose confidence in you. They're going to step back and allow certain things to happen to you because you're not faithful. You got whole tendencies. They realize that you are not going to give them proper honor. And so therefore they're not going to step up for you like that. A lot of y'all create your own problems because of the tendencies you have to be unfaithful. When things are going on in your life, you got to learn how to trust. I know my ancestors are going to come through me for me. I know my spirits are going to turn things around. I know this. And even though things get hard for me, even though situations happen for me, I don't deter. Because I trust them. They can count on me. Think about this in the book of Job. When Job started having his trials, his wife told him to curse his God and die. He said, "Woman, thou art foolish." And Job continues to bless the Lord. Do you trust your spirits that even when you start going through, that you still will bless them? When you start going through, will you still bless your ancestors? When things seem like it's not the way that you want it to be, or would you switch out on them? Do you trust your spirits to the point, like Job, that other stuff was happening, even though you don't understand why certain things are happening? Sometimes you have been y'all don't understand. Spirits talk. Ancestors talk. Orishas talk. If you mess with one Orisha that's in a family of spirits, like the 7 African spirits, if you talk to one of them, they all talk about you. Doesn't mean that they all congregate. There's gay day. There's a family. There's certain spirits that they are family of spirits. But can you be like Job, that they can count on you to still honor them, even though you're going through trials? And so when they begin to talk about you and say they're ready for you to go through so they can get you to another place, do you start cursing them? Do you start saying that they ain't who they say they are? Do you forsake your ancestors like the children of Israel did? Went whoring after other gods because things wasn't going the way you want to go? Are you that type of person? Let me tell you something. You're going to be like that in any tradition. If that is your character, no matter what is going on, if you got whole tendencies, you're going to jump ship. You could do it with a man. You do it with a woman. That's what you do. But I'm telling you, that's what's happening, and why certain things, that's why you don't build enough credit spiritually with spirits, because you're not a faithful person. All right. I hope that helped. Once again, I'm Apostle Ely. I'm not telling you what to do. I ain't telling you what to practice. All I'm trying to tell you, if you want to grow strong and be, as they say, strong in the Lord and strong in the might, be strong in the Lord in the power of his might. It takes you being consistent and faithful even when you're being challenged. That's what happens in Christianity and most of these traditions. Many of you guys do not know how to be faithful when you are being tested, when persecution comes. I don't change up. Even if something is not going the way that I want it to go, I still trust, because I saw them brought me out of greater things. A lot of you guys have not hung long enough in any of these ATRs, whether it's hoodoo, whether it's voodoo, whether it's Santeria, whether it's Christian. You have never been a faithful person in any of these ATRs. And you jump from one spirit to the next spirit, not understanding that these spirits get jealous. These spirits actually, just like in the natural, you start a war between men because you messing with both of those men, or you start a war between women because you messing with both of those women, or that's why some of you guys start war between other spiritual practitioners, because you're messing with more than one spiritual practitioner. And all of those spiritual practitioners, their spirits don't get along. They come from different bloodlines. They have different situations. And then stuff start happening in your life when you are the reason why those spirits are at war. Because you done committed yourself to this spirit. Told this spirit, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you this. You done told that spirit, I'm going to give you this. So when those spirits go to moving, they realize you cheating on them. And now they come after you. I tell people all the time, do not mix. If you don't trust your practitioner, then don't work with them. I'm using an example. Even when people come from other churches, I'm using this as an example. I always ask them to send a letter or annul that relationship with that other preacher or the pastor. So I understand and they understand that you over here. If you do not annul your relationship with a man or woman, then they still have say in your life, right? If you still married to somebody and you still in another relationship, they still can call shots. If something happens to you, they still can call shots. A lot of you guys, you do not annul relationships because you got whole tendencies. When you are part of a society or a secret society or a covenant, you have already committed. You have already given access to certain people, and now their spirits are following you. And now you done got yourself tangled in another relationship with their spirits. Let's get deep with it. Why are these spirits fighting? Because you have committed yourself to more than one tradition. You have committed yourself to more than one practitioner. You have committed yourself. You have done this. And now, depending on how aggressive these spirits are, now they are at odds. Now because let me tell y'all, and if y'all gonna practice spirituality, let me say this to practitioners. If you ever want to do this for a profession, you better be really protected, because a lot of people will draw you in warfare because they are messing with more than one person. And sometimes other people's spirits are very territorial and they're aggressive and they can mess your life up. Okay? Sometimes it's not that you meant what wrong or you doing something shady. I've had other spiritual practitioners send me messages, such and such contacted me, Apostle Ela, and such said this and such. I don't want no problem. These are people that understand that you are up on another cover, and they don't want to get into it with my spirits, because you might not know what I'm capable of doing or what's walking with me, but because they are practitioners, they understand. You better speak, yes. I'm just being honest with y'all. And this is a code, because this is why I tell people, make sure I'm what you're looking for. I don't do all that. When I'm in a physical relationship, I'm not a cheater, and I'm not a cheater spiritually. Okay? I believe in commitment. When you are out here messing with other spiritual practitioners, you are bringing them in harm's way of running into other spirits that may be protecting you from another practitioner or spiritualist. In our case, we call it a covering. You take my covering everywhere you go. And sometimes, y'all seen the movie Grudges? The Grudge? Y'all seen the movie The Grudge? And how in one scene of the movie, the lady got upset, said, "You brought her to my house. You brought her here." Some of y'all are bringing certain spirits into the space of other practitioners, and now you finna mess them up because you unfaithful. I'm just giving y'all some wisdom. I ain't telling you what to do. Do what you want to do. But I know, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all gonna practice this stuff, you better know if you're dealing with unfaithful people, because you're like an unfaithful man or unfaithful woman. They can bring you back diseases. Certain people can bring you back infected spirits or spirits back into your space, and they won't say nothing. And if you can't see or discern, those spirits can start affecting your life and affecting your congregation, or affecting other people, because they may not jail. Everybody don't have the same form of integrity. Once again, Apostle Ela love you, and I ain't out here to tell you what to do. But sometimes some of you guys, it's men and women that have actually died because they didn't protect themselves from their unfaithful spouse. And some of you guys gonna get messed up because you won't protect yourself from unfaithful spiritual people. Being faithful not only protects you, it also protects the congregation. In my particular church, even when I go into warfare, I actually tell my church that I'm about to do something, because what I do affects them. Even when I got ready to purchase my house, even though they weren't going to buy my house, they weren't going to spend no money helping me, I still told them that I was getting involved economically. So therefore, certain things I wanted them aware of what was going on. Even as a leader, you should inform your congregation when changes are made, or because they're going to be spiritually affected by that. Okay? That's what I teach in my church, because I understand that spirits are real. And you need to understand that you have a relationship and an obligation to protect not only your flock, but your flock has a responsibility to protect your shepherd. Same thing if you're in a coven. You in that coven have a responsibility to protect the hive. Okay? The same way we kill roaches by poisoning one roach, and that roach take that back to the colony. Can you just stay spiritually fluid and not really have it practice? I feel more like Mother Nature. You can, it's just like a man or woman choosing to be single. You don't have to be in a relationship with anybody. You can just work with your own energy spiritually. You can just work with your own astrology. You don't have to be a part of anything. That's honestly. I'm just saying that if you choose to be a part of something, understand the level of commitment. It doesn't mean, even if your ancestors practice something, unless it is a calling or something that they are going to require you can just do solitary work. That's anybody. I'm talking to people that likes to integrate with other people's energies, and then they like to go out messing with other spirits or other entities or other. You bring that stuff around people that did not say or agree to do that. If you want to, how can you peep a? I don't know if you're serious or not, but there's certain things that I'm able to do to know what's going on. I cannot, that would be unwise of me to share that. But that's how I protect my flock. That's how I protect myself for people bringing spirits back to me that I may not personally agree with. Because like anything, what one man or one woman do when it comes to intimacy, somebody else don't. And certain spiritual people have certain practices that I don't get down with. That don't make them a bad person, just that I don't do it. And so therefore you need to be conscious of your involvement and understand the responsibility that you have to your godparents and your godchildren. Or some cases your coven. Some cases your flock, your shepherd. Some cases your elay, depending on your particular practice. Some of you guys are a part of certain organizations like the Masonic order. You have a responsibility to protect that order. It's just that simple. And you have to be careful what kind of spirits that you're bringing in. All right, we got Brother Johnny Cash App for roll opener, incense burn. Got you. Let me write this down. If you want me to do any readings for you guys tonight, because I got some work to do. Let me show y'all this before I do that. If you get this seal, and then what you would do is, if you know what you're doing, please, I hope you know what you're doing. So I'm just showing you. This is the front of the seal. This is on parchment paper. The back of the seal, because this is for protection, you will write your name, your birthday, and your desire on the back of this. Now, because I'm a fire sign and I do firework, then I would burn this. This is something you can actually, if you make a smaller version, you can actually carry on your person. This is a particular science that this spirit energy or this signature of the spirit will be with you if this spirit wants to work with you. This is a very dangerous. All right, Tyrell, Aries and House. But you would write your name across there, and then you would place your birthday and anything that would tie you to this spirit. Once again, it's called faithfulness. You can't be from this spirit to the next spirit, because sometimes, especially with an aggressive spirit like this, they don't get along with every type of spirit or every type of energy. And always remember, sir and ma'am, all spirits are not all powerful. So don't walk around like you got all power in your hand. Okay? Brother Johnny. Let's see. Minister Mario. Let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm waiting. If you want me to do burn incense for you tonight, brother Johnny. I had someone decide to block, and I started laughing because a lot of times when people don't get what they want, or you don't respond like they want you to respond, they do. That's not. Remember, guys, when you're dealing with me, you're dealing with spirits. I'm going to say that again. When you deal with me, Apostle Eda, you're dealing with spirits. Not a spirit, but spirits. My spirits hear, they see. Sometimes they tell me stuff, and sometimes they deal with it on their own. Please understand this out of love. Remember that everybody's not fake. Everybody's not phony. And you have a responsibility how you... All right there. Say sent. You have a responsibility of understanding what you're dealing with. Go get this book. You have it's too much social media out here for you to be ignorant or claim ignorance. Some of you guys are not, you don't understand faithfulness. Go look up these books so you can see how these spirits behave. Get a better understanding of how these spirits behave. When you deal with somebody like me, you're dealing with a congregation of spirits. Okay? Sir and ma'am, everybody ain't set up the same way. Thank you for sharing this with us. You're quite so welcome. I appreciate you actually wanting to learn, because a lot of people just out here and they're really not understanding these tendencies they have, and they think it's okay, and it's really not okay. And you have to understand that you are bringing other energies or vibrations in other people's spaces. And I have a very protected space. Even certain people try to read me or try to mess with my spirit. That ain't good, because they'll start attacking. I have very aggressive spirits. I'm very honest about that. All right. Keisha sent cash out for Blockbuster Instant. Okay. Got you. Got you, Keisha. I got Brother Johnny for Road Opener and Keisha for Blockbuster. Got you. If you have not visited my website, please do so. And the reason I say go there, because you will see how much products I really have. I try to give people stuff that is economical so they can at least start and do at least their basic spiritual hygiene. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, a lot of you guys are getting involved with stuff that you don't realize that those spirits, any spirit really is territorial. It's like the Bible says, when you cast out a spirit, it leaves, but that spirit goes away for a season and come back, and they find out how that space garnished. It bring back 7 other spirits. My website is in my bio. It said bring back 7 spirits more wicked or more stronger than it. When you dealing with certain spirits and people that are really powerful in voodoo or Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, I'm just trying to give you some wisdom. Those spirits are able to cover a lot of territory. When you deal with somebody able to operate in other countries, and they in one, say for instance, I'm in Florida, I'm able to operate in Jamaica, I'm able to go to Canada, I'm able to travel and operate, and my spirit's able to function powerfully crossing the water. Certain spirits can't even cross water. When you got that kind of person, those spirits are able to hear you. And they see what you're doing. And it's not necessarily the person. It's the betrayal or the lack of commitment that those spirits. And then when I go to do work for you, those spirits don't want to work for you, because you're not faithful. You got other spirits tampering with. Like 3 days ago, something was, I started getting strikes at my head. Because let me tell you what other spirits do. They try to move the spirits of other spiritualists. Because it's just like, when somebody else is, how many women I got out there? Another woman knows her scent. And when she smells another scent that's not hers, you got problems. When those spirits see that other spirits are trying to take their space, that's how wars break out. And that's how a lot of y'all get messed up. And you can't blame that on the spiritualists. You just got whole tendencies. Thanks. I placed my order a while back and am impatient to wait. Thank you. Yes, I got you. Actually, we sent that out, I think the other day. I've been trying to do a lot of my catches. That's why I told y'all I'm taking off some time to do a lot, because a lot of stuff been going on. And this is why I appreciate what she's saying. Patience. That part. A woman knows her mark. Exactly. Spirits know. All these traditions, these spirits know their energy signature. I'm just telling y'all. So when you bring in certain people, and some of y'all bring in certain people, my energy around certain spirits, and my spirits gonna cause problems. Because they not gonna be moved unless I command them to be moved. When I place a covering over somebody, you can't move that. I had my brother-in-law, I had placed my covering over him, and 2 other preachers tried to remove my covering off of him. in a church service. And the preacher almost fell back, trying to move. I've had my ex-wife, my spirit still was following her. And another apostle tried to move my spirit, and that spirit struck. You understand? You have to be stronger than me to move my stuff. If that practitioner or that spiritualist is not stronger than that other vessel, you can't move my work. And what you're going to do is cause, and then I have my work, the work that I place down is protected. And you're going to cause somebody to get messed up. Hey, Virgo. So we got Brother Johnny with roll opener. Let me burn that for him. And I'm just trying to teach y'all some stuff that, you actually should have learned from home. And sometimes y'all don't think home training matters in spiritual walk, but it does. Spirits got to be able to trust you. And a lot of y'all be wanting certain things, and spirits watch you. And they test you. And a lot of y'all fail because y'all got whole tendencies. You don't know how to be faithful. You don't know how to be committed. You don't know what longevity is. This is important for spiritual power. This is important for building equity, basically, in your spiritual practice. And also, when you deal with other practitioners have a lot of respect for me because I'm not a shady person. I don't go behind their back, and they don't go behind my back. Even when Miss Toya did readings for Brother Mario, she did that out of respect for me. And then she told him, she said, you up on Apostle Ely. And she told him, go back to him. That's what you're supposed to do when you respect other practitioners. Don't matter if y'all practice the same thing or don't practice the same thing. I have a lot of respect for a lot of people because of how they handle stuff. If you want to work in between people, that's still fine. But if you are committing yourself, that's something different. She sent a cash out. What did she want? Kingmaker. Did she want incense, or did she want, you want me to burn incense? I think she's still here. I follow instruction. I got you. All right. Did she say what she wanted? Let me tell y'all something. Just let me know what you want. And reason I say this in love, because a lot of you guys pretend or feel like you do certain things. She said, "Look, the Lord use." I got you. I got you. All right. The concept is, a lot of you try to operate up on the umbrella that you didn't know. But the truth is, you really do know. Now, you might not want to deal with the consequences of being unfaithful, but do not always show respect. I never go beyond my ancestors. I always honor my ancestors over any other spirit. Those are the ones that rock with me. And other spirits that I deal with, depending on the workings, I pay homage to those spirits. I learned so much from you. I appreciate that, babe. And when you think about that, that's character. This is why I tell you guys a lot of the times, a lot of stuff you think that don't apply. That's why I told you to watch Karate Kid. If you don't think certain things apply spiritually, it's because you're not spiritual. Character matters. Faithfulness matters. Consistency matters. Building equity in a tradition matters. People need to know your name. This is why if spirits in the spirit world don't know your name, you ain't got no equity. He said, Paul, I know. Jesus, I know. Who are you? Some of y'all going around got all these titles, but the spirit people in the spirit world don't know you. And let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all finna make me famous because some of y'all done mess around and brought my energy and my spirit into the space of certain spiritualists. Now they know who I am. And they can't move me. And now I'm fit to tear their ass up. Because popularity don't make you powerful. Sister Harry here, her nephew got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. I'm used to dealing with people with big money, and I'm used to dealing with people of prestige, actors. I have all kind of people that I do work for. Just because I don't tell you, don't mean I don't do it. Y'all need to really take out time and get a check on your tendencies. I'm going to burn Guardian Angel for a Kingmaker. That's sad. And let me say this. This some real talk. Let me say this. Some of y'all faithful to unfaithful men and women. So how hard it is to be faithful to somebody that's faithful to you? Ask yourself the question, why is it that when you get somebody faithful and you've been complaining year after year about being with unfaithful people, now you being unfaithful? It's because of them tendencies. When somebody is riding with you, count that. That's why it's a privilege when certain people take you in. This is something let me tell you something. There's certain people, I tell you, I can talk about Minister Mario. I love his loyalty. I don't like his loyalty. I love it. There are certain people that roll with me that they are loyal. I'm not getting a name drop. I'm using him as an example because I have other loyal people, but I'm using him as an example. Why that's important for you as the individual, because when you start going through, you need somebody to be loyal to you. And know what spiritual people say? You know what? Whether you got money or don't got money, when you had, you did by me. Spirits always remember. God remember. The Bible said he never forgets your labor of love. Sometimes it ain't about money, y'all. It's about how faithful you are. How do I have it? Incense burn. All you gotta do is cash out Apostle Ely $20. I'll just give you a rundown. I got Peace Incense, Guardian Incense, Guardian Angel Incense, High John the Conqueror, Oil of Gladness, Triple Threat, Protection Incense, Blockbuster, Love Incense, Road Opening, Mental Clarity, Better Business, Healing Incense, Money Incense, Ancestor Incense, and Reversal Incense. And all of that, you can also order that on my website. I have candles on there. I have all kind of products. A lot of y'all just need to actually go and just get busy. But let me explain to you why that's important. That my spirits do not have a problem working for him. They trust him. Even though he is not where I am, they work for him. They'll move. If I ask them to do something for him, or they move, because he is faithful in word, in deed, in action, in service. He honors my spirits. And they move for him. I'm talking about the spirits, my ancestors. I'm talking about my guardians. I'm talking about because of his character. They have nothing to do with me. He has shown them that they can trust him with me. Can you walk with a man or woman of God like that? Can you? He's all the time. He said, why do I need to get a reading from anybody else? I already know you're a seer. Some of y'all, I ain't gonna put your business, but some of y'all showed me some immense loyalty behind the scenes. Spirits watch that. Just like Job. Job was being tested from the spirit world, not because of what he did anything. God and Satan were having a conversation. Get that, y'all. Loyalty matters. Especially if you want certain people to be putting their life on the line for you. They want to know whether you up or down, you going to roll with them. They need to know. Them spirits see that. Whether you in voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, don't matter, y'all. If you want spirits to move for you, please know that they watching. Especially mine. Sometimes they come back and tell me certain things. Sometimes they just handle it. I don't even know what be going on. Because their job is to protect me. Their job is to make sure I prosper. Their job, let me explain something to you guys. When you're talking to me or any spiritual person that's really spiritual, you're not talking to a human person. You're talking to the spirit. Just like the Bible said, Peter told a man, you think you talking to a mere man, but you're really speaking to the Holy Ghost. When you're talking to me, whether on the phone, internet, in person, you're talking to spirits. And when you make commitments to spirits, they don't forget your words. Neither do I. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't forget what people say. But in my spirits, they hear you. They remember your commitments. You're not going to get away with anything. This is why I'm telling y'all, before you get involved in something, make sure that you have enough self-control to be committed to whatever it is. Whatever it is, whomever it is. And guess what? When it's time for you to move forward in life, they will promote you. Just like your teacher in school promotes you. When it's time for you to go to the next level, they sign off for you to go to the next level. That's what Apostle Paul was saying. There's a time when I got to say, you know what? You need to go here. You need to go do this. This is what you need to do. I have no problem doing that. But I cannot promote you when you are not faithful. I cannot give an unfaithful person to somebody else because I can't speak well of you. That's my job, to endorse you. Brother, Minister Mario got ordained under me. He ain't out there trying to start a church. He's not out there trying to run revivals. Promotion don't make you disrespect your foundation or your covering. Whole tendencies do. Somebody said, I needed this message. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm just giving y'all some wisdom. It don't matter what the practice is. It don't matter if it's me. If you talk to any spiritualist, they'll tell you the same thing. No spiritualist that work hard for you really like when you do that. It just, honestly, because you bring other spirits involved, and everybody don't have the same ethics. Everybody don't work with the same. Certain spirits I don't work with because they dirty. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with them like that. I don't deal with them because I don't have to. I ain't because I just don't have to. What? I think you're saying Kathy Anderson. What is that? What is that? What instant? Emerson. It's Amer. Is that Emerson? Okay, I got it. It's not Anderson, it's Emerson. Emerson. I apologize for that. Minister Mario been trying to get me to get my glasses for the longest. I ain't did that. I've been complaining about wanting to wear glasses. Now I can. All right, guys. Incense. Oh, what incense? Peace. Did she send? It's peace incense. Guardian Angel incense, High John the Conqueror incense, Oil of Gladness incense, Triple Threat incense. I got Protection incense, Blockbuster incense, Love incense, Road Opening incense, Mental Clarity incense, Better Business incense, Healing incense, Money Blessing incense, and Ancestor and Reversal incense. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you go right on my website, or if you want me to burn it in my cauldron, all you gotta do is cash out $20. Hey, that T Carter. What's up, baby? That's my Scorpio. Can you bring bad spirits in when you not committed in the crowd? Yes. That's a good question. Can you bring in bad spirits? I wouldn't use the word bad spirits. It's just that, just like I like to use the example about family. You know what I'm saying? Like even in a family, same mama, same daddy, same bloodline. Everybody don't get along. And when you bring certain spirits, depending on the tradition you're in, a lot of times you don't realize that spirit may not get along with that person. Said, which one should she get? Kathy, Blockbuster incense. Blockbuster incense, and when you get a chance, if I was you, Kathy, Triple Threat, Blockbuster, and Roll Opening. When you get a chance. Those incense. And if you want to do candle work, there's some on there as well. The whole purpose of all this mess and all I've been talking about, I'm going to show this book again. Go get, what is this? Whew, latecomers. Get this book, Encyclopedia of Spirits. Get a better understanding Just like you have to understand your family and know who you can bring to the cookout versus who you can't. The same reason, same when it comes to spirits. Every practice is not the same, and every spirit cannot be utilized in the same manner. Any other questions y'all got? Anybody got any other questions before I get off of here? All right. We appreciate. All right. So this is something that I hope that many of you guys take in consideration as you move forward in your spiritual journey. Whether you're air sign, water sign, earth sign, or fire sign, it is so important. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you as well. All right, love you guys. If you have not joined my YouTube, visit. Do so. Your consultation this Saturday. A package will be sent to you afterwards. Okay. Make sure you guys visit my website as well, and then also join my YouTube account as well. And I also have a Patreon, which I have other videos. I need to get that done too. All right, guys, I gotta go. All right, this Apostle Ela, thank you so much. God bless you. All right. Kathy Emerson, thank you so much as well. Thank you for being with us. Then we got Minister Mario. We got T. Carter. We got Christina Turner, Kingmaker. Thank you so much. We got Monique 444. Keisha Johnson, thank you so much. Mother Susan. We got Tyrell Jones, Aries. Thank you. Mama Susan. Brother Johnny. We got Harriet. Sister Jackie. Queen Mo. We got you, baby. Thank you so much. We got Dante Parks. We got Kimberly Dawkins, my goddaughter, Cancer. Then we got Angie Parks, Sagittarius, Mama Madame May. How you doing, sweet? Thank you so much for joining. Then we got, I got Keisha. Got her. Mama Brooks. And we got Mother Susan. I think I said that. All right. I hope I ain't forget nobody. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see y'all soon.